Welcome to the Military Bowl presented by Northrop Grumman as part of Capital One Bowl Mania. First of 3 bowl games today on ESPN, and even though it's really cold today, perfect landings for the skydivers. And it's a home game for the 6-6 Midshipmen of Navy. The Middies here in full force at Navy Marine Corps Stadium as always, and it's just a 3-hour drive for the fans of the 6-6 Cavaliers of Virginia. So a great atmosphere here today in Annapolis. Joe Reed back to return. Navy in those sweet Blue Angels uniforms. That'll be Bennett Mooring ready to kick off. 7-6 looks a lot better than 6-7. That's what's on the line. A winning record for both of these two. As we're underway here in the Military Bowl, Joe Reed for Virginia on the return, and it's a good one. He's going to go. Joe Reed, his second kickoff return for a touchdown this year. It goes 98 yards to start the game.
You couldn't ask for a better start if you're Virginia. It's middle, return right. You start it toward the middle, and then you break right. You find out where the opening is. And like every special teams coach always says, you make one guy miss. That has to be the kicker. You make that kicker miss, and it's Reed racing to the end zone. I'm telling you, fans haven't even gotten their seats. An explosive play by Reed, starting his game off, showing the speed early on. Terrific job for Virginia getting on the board first.
And A.J. Mejia tacks on the extra point for the Hoos. Second kickoff return touchdown for Reedy at a 92-yarder against Georgia Tech. He's only got 2 pass attempts this year, looking to throw, but in trouble. And the Cavaliers wrap him up and throw him down near midfield. Malcolm Cook, the Sam linebacker, leading the charge, but there were several Cavaliers there, including Andrew Brown.
That's one of the things that we saw yesterday at practice with Virginia. Malcolm Cook, he's going to play sort of an outside linebacker / defensive end, but he does his job. He stays home, defeats a block, and gets the quarterback. It's a tremendous job by Malcolm Cook, not biting on the fake, staying there, beating a blocker, and going to get the quarterback.
Huge play for the defense, which knows it has to force 3rd down and longs today to have success, and they do, but it's a big run for Gargiulo. Anthony Gargiulo, the fullback, getting all of that sack yardage back and then some. That's a run of 29 and a 1st down to the 21-yard line.
Well, you're thinking of a situation like that, they're going to pass that, but watch the center, watch the blocking up front. They find a nice little pass, and that thing opens all the way up. Just tremendous blocking up front.
And 10 carries, no passes on this opening series for Navy. The pitch, Josh Brown takes it wide right and down to the 1-yard line. Blanding with the tackle to keep him out of the end zone. That's going to be 1st down and goal to go.
Yeah, just putting the ball on the perimeter that time. Just the old toss play, get a tackle out in front and another fullback as well. They just want to pick up a key block, and you had 2 of them there, offensive lineman, you get the fullback out front. And the one thing about Navy, when you look at their running backs, they run hard. They never stop their feet. They keep the feet churning and always trying to get an extra inch, an extra yard at the end.
Zach Abey, the other quarterback for Navy, hoping to have an impact today, does, as he takes it in from 1 yard out. And Navy answers back. Zach Abey, 6'2", 212 in those goal line situations. Ken Niumatalolo likes to use his bigger quarterback. And now Mooring comes on for the extra point. Bennett, of course, missed that 48-yarder against Army in the swirling snow in Philadelphia. He's had a good year. And he ties this game at 7. Good response by the Midshipmen.
Well, the response is just be who you are. Know what your offense is all about. That's Gargiulo, the fullback, with the big play. Then you get down there by the goal line. You give it to the guy that knows what to do with it. That's AB, tying this thing up 7-7. Disguising the blitz like he's not coming, then comes late, picks up the sack.
So third down and long for Virginia. Benkert flushed out of the pocket, coming to the near side, got rid of it. The throw is low to Donnie Dowling and incomplete. And Virginia is going to go 3 and out.
More on the line of scrimmage in this game than what you've seen all season long.
Here's Perry running down the line. He'll flip it late. Good pitch. Josh Brown. Penalty flag. As Brown gets inside the 15-yard line, but there are a couple of markers down. And another flag flies late.
There were 2 fouls by the offense. Holding. Number 80 for the offense. That penalty is declined. Personal foul. Number 61, correction. Number 61. That penalty will be enforced 15 yards. First down.
There's a glare on the field. Ball is at the 22-yard line. Perry cuts it up. Big run. Still on his feet inside the 5. Touchdown. So dynamic. Malcolm Perry got touched but not taken down, and Navy has its first lead today.
There's nothing scarier to a defensive coordinator than Malcolm Perry on the edge. And if you don't force a pitch, if you don't force him to make a decision, you allow him the two-way go, he's going to hurt you every time. Not only does he make a guy miss, but he can outrace you to the end zone. Mr. Perry getting in the end zone for the first time today.
Here comes Bennett Mooring on for the extra point. We're going to get a whistle and penalty flags. Again, the 2 false starts in that Army game made it a 48-yard field goal attempt instead of what would have been a 38-yard field goal attempt. They backed this one up 5 yards on the extra point for Bennett. The junior out of Bentonville, Arkansas. And Navy leads it 14-7.
But you're starting to see him this season, and you saw him in some big games. He's got some big-time plays, has all the throws as a quarterback.
And trying to make one here, and he does. Complete to Zacchaeus. First big play for this offense into Navy territory for the first time. To the 46-yard line.
That may go on the highlight reel because you watch him, he keeps his eyes down. See, his eyes are downfield. He never looks back. He's always trying to find a way to make a play.
To the 36-yard line. 3rd and 20. 5 receivers set for the 3,000-yard passer, Benkert. Setting, throwing deep, near sideline. Looking for Lavroni, and it is picked off. Intercepted by Navy. Sean Williams, the leader of that Midshipmen secondary, picks off Benkert with 11:16 to go before half.
And I mentioned him a little bit earlier in the game as one of my impact players. Junior Sean Williams just locating the football, goes up and grabs it. For me right here, you look at Virginia defensively, how do you stop this 3rd and 3 attack? I think you got a blitz from the outside, force the quick throw.
Perry, the pitch. Bonner is brought down at the 19. Thornhill with great speed to get to Bonner. And it's 4th down.
Definitely know it's a little bit colder, harder to grip that football.
Trying to throw here. It's caught at the 30-yard line by Butts, the tight end, well short of the first down. Yardage needed.
I think that's 4 down territory. You make that throw there, that's the reason why. You get positive yardage. You set up a nice 4th down and short. 4th and looks like about, 4? This is a 4 down territory, but that's why you make that throw to make 4th down a little bit more manageable.
Boy, Virginia needs this. They are 10 of 25 this year in 4th down situations. Need 4 yards to keep the drive alive.
I like the call here.
Benkert whips it to the outside, incomplete. And Navy will take over on downs. Donnie Dowling, the intended receiver. There was great pressure by that Navy defensive front on Benkirk. He didn't have a lot of time.
And this has been the story for Kirk Benkirk over the last 2 years. He hasn't had the cleanest pockets to throw, but this is the throw that you've got to make. Missed opportunity there for Virginia
to keep this machine going.
And especially here on third down. This is Chris High territory, number 33. This is where he usually gets the ball, or Gargiulo.
It's going to be Perry keeping it himself, cuts it up, big run. Into the secondary, spins out of a tackle at the 40, and gets close to the 30-yard line of Virginia. Quinn Blanding, Jordan Mack finally bring him down, but a huge run for the sophomore quarterback. Give him 33.
Yeah, that usually works as well. Malcolm Perry is just so explosive, and here, another third down, he gets everybody in front of him, gets the full back, he gets the other B back up front, and cuts back, finds a nice little area, nice little gap, and
trying to convert a 4th and 1.
I'm looking at the wide side of the field here with Perry keeping the football or pitching it late.
It will be Perry keeping it and sneaking through for a touchdown. Perry faking that pitch, tucking it away, and taking it in for his second touchdown of the day.
I mean, that's just too easy. It's a check with me. He gets under center, scans the defense, and I talked about the wide side of the field. That's where you got more area to work with, and he had a two-way go. He can either keep it himself if it's there or have the option to pitch it, but this time he keeps it, races to the end zone for another touchdown. Malcolm Perry.
(21-7), Midshipmen. There goes Reed in motion, second down. Reed bobbled it, left it on the turf. And Navy's got it. Second Cavaliers turnover today. Tyler Sales with the recovery for the Midshipmen.
Tyler Sales, he's able to recover it, but it was Jarvis Polu, number 90, the one that was right there, makes a play. He gets up the field, and he almost takes the handoff, from the quarterback, running back exchange. 90 over the ball as well. 91 recovered, but watch 90, nice little swim move, gets in. He attacks the football.
Take away the sack, second down and 10. Good run for Chris High, right up the middle, first down and more to the 14-yard line. And if Navy can punch it in the end zone, it would be devastating for these Cavaliers.
I mean, he just runs through tacklers. It's 37 Jordan Mack. He's got him right in his sets. Just doesn't make the play there. And how many times have we seen Quinn Blanding, number 3, the safety, have to make a touchdown-saving tackle today?
Here comes Perry to the near side. It's a foot race. Did he get in? They're going to mark him out at the 1. A 14-yard run for Perry. First down, goal to go Navy.
I didn't see a foot go out. I think he extends the ball there. I think it's a judgment call by the officials there. I'm not sure that the tip of the football touched that goal line.
And the linesman was right there. Zach Avey, he's got a touchdown run, and he's got another one on the quarterback keep. Touchdown, Navy.
It's all about the surge up front and the surge of that offensive line of Navy. Just watch how they get off the football and push the Virginia defensive line back. We talked about it earlier. The defensive line for Virginia, a little bit banged up, a couple guys out on suspension as well. But that surge by that offensive line of Navy to get underneath and get the push needed. And then you got a quarterback that's 6'2", 212. He just find a seam and fall forward. Touchdown.
Quick 4-play, 36-yard touchdown drive in a minute and 15 seconds off the turnover by Virginia. just ahead of halftime. Just a devastating blow for the Cavaliers, who most of the day have been their own worst enemy.
Found out after that he was not ejected. Get up and get a little chest bump.
Benkert is complete to Olamide Zaccheaus, a gain of 9 yards. This is an offense that can strike quickly. They just got to get out of their own way first. Benkert looks right, throws right, and is complete to Dowling. Gain of about 7.
At Virginia, just getting started, he says.
Benkert, another low throw. Navy thought that was incomplete. The officials say no. Andre Lavroni was able to haul it in near the 30-yard line. Somehow Lavroni adjusted and got his arms up underneath it to make the catch. 48-yard attempt for Mejia. His long is 38 this year. No chance. Mejia doesn't have a real strong leg anyway, but in these temperatures, kicking really is difficult.
Well, that football's like a brick right now. It is a hard ball to kick. And you can see it there. That ball never had a chance. I mean, it was about a good 15 yards short of the crossbar.
And now Zach Avey, the bigger of the two quarterbacks that Navy has used this year, 6'2", 212 pounds, running the offense. But even that girth can't get away from Andrew Brown. Drop for a loss, 4th down. So Owen White will come on for his 3rd punt. Daniel Ham stand back inside the 10 to return. Calls for the fair catch, and he dives ahead. Ball comes out. Navy's got it. Another turnover for Virginia. This one on special teams. Daniel Ham called for the fair catch, but he never caught it. And Elon Nash with the recovery for the Naval Academy.
That's one of those situations where you're running up to the football, and if you're not able to get 2 feet down and catch that ball, might as well just let it drop and let it. Hopefully, it doesn't roll inside the 10 or the 5-yard line. That time, I think he probably could have let that one go. He's more of an off-tackle type runner, where I think when you put Malcolm Perry out there, he's a guy that can do those one-block quarterback sweeps.
A.B., his 3rd touchdown run of the day. And look at Ken Niumatalolo. Pumped up on that Navy sideline.
You talk about physical blocking at the point of attack, at the line of scrimmage. Watch Micah Kaiser, but watch the fullback coming right at him, 33, Chris Hyde. And that's a collision, trust me, in my day as a linebacker, those are the ones that you want to have. And boom, that's a quarterback in Navy running over one of the best linebackers, I think, in the country.
Bennett Mooring get another extra point. And Navy in complete command of this football game, 35-7. They capitalize on another Cavaliers turnover.
And you wonder what Navy will choose to do, but he's very dynamic and athletic.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Ellis at the catch and gets close to the 45-yard line for the Cavaliers.
You know, with Benkert, this is a situation where right now, look, your team's down 35-7. So you need points here. You need to make good decisions with the football, but be smart about it. Don't try to force it into tight windows.
He looks right. Finds a man wide open, and it's Zaccheaus. But he can't make the catch. You can't be more open than that. And now it's 4th down and 4.
And this has been the Achilles heel the entire season, or at least the second half of the season for Virginia. I mean, that's a wide open wide receiver in Zaccheaus who doesn't come down with the football. That's not on the quarterback, that's on the receiver. And sometimes you talk about the quarterback struggling. If you're a wide receiver, you got to help him out.
4 drops today by the Virginia receivers. Benkert off his back foot. Got it to Zaccheaus. He's going to make a move for the 1st down, and he almost stepped out of a tackle at the 27. Brandon Jones was able to bring him down, but Zacchaeus making amends for that last play, picks it up, a gain of 14.
Yeah, catches the ball with his hands and secures the ball and then goes up, makes a play. We know what he can do when the ball gets in his hands. He just got to catch it first. The footwork is there. It just had that right hip a little bit open, and that's why the ball sailed on him.
Donnie Dowling, a gain of 10. That will move the chains as he gets out at the 14.
Dead ball, personal foul, number 8 of the offense. We're going to measure to see whether or not the first down was made. The previous play is now under further review.
And now they're going to review it.
Well, if you're trying to figure out what the penalty was on, here's Dubois who...
Well, there's no doubt about that.
Yeah, that's a penalty. Put this replay together.
After review, the runner was out of bounds at the 16-yard line, short of the line to gain. We'll then enforce the dead ball
15-yard
personal foul, so it'll be 3rd down and 17 at the 31-yard line.
There you go. The official goes down to his keister and they get up on their feet. And now Donnie Dowling goes in motion here on 3rd down and a mile. They get it to Ellis in the flat, and Navy was ready for it. 4th down.
Embrace the elements is what they always say.
It's been a brutal day for Virginia. They've committed 3 turnovers. The offense has sputtered. Navy's got it back. Zach Abey in at quarterback, and he takes off across midfield and down around the 40-yard line of Virginia. Malcolm Perry out of this game with a leg injury. Zach Abey, a very capable quarterback, leading this offense now for Navy.
Yeah, he's capable, but if that's Perry, that's a touchdown.
Kaiser's been very active again today. He's had to be against this run attack of Navy. Abey, the pitch out to Chris High. He's got the first down, and the Midshipmen will stay on the field.
The NFL scouts, general managers, everybody's there. It's a great first impression for some of these players.
There goes Abey again. That's his 4th touchdown today. That was Malcolm Perry-esque. Who says that guy doesn't have some mobility too?
Are you saying there's still competition at the quarterback? At Navy.
Going into the final quarter of the year, it's still wide open.
I mean, we came into this game talking about Malcolm Perry, but it's been Zach Abey that has really taken over today. I mean, he's just had a wide open creases to run, and like I said, he's a different runner than Malcolm Perry. More of a guy that takes his time, more patient. But when he finds an alley, he goes.
Navy turning this into a rout, 42-7 at the Military Bowl.
Through almost 3 quarters so far.
Final 40 seconds of the 3rd quarter. Ben Kurtz looking left, in trouble, spins out of the pocket, gets away from the pursuit, now changing direction, still in trouble, and he'll hoist it to the Navy sideline. 4th down. Tyler Sales, Justin Norton nearly got to him for the sack. The Virginia punt unit will come back out on the field.
Yeah, I think you just named the entire defensive line because they all deserve credit. Just watch the effort. Just watch all the blue shirts, the blue jerseys. Just relentless. Sales there at the end. We mentioned him earlier. Just a fanatical effort of Navy.
And Navy defense flying around like the Blue Angels. Those Blue Angels uniforms.
Rolling on the field as the punter's knee was on the ground.
Oh boy.
He possessed the backward snap.
This could be another huge special teams gaffe for the Cavaliers. Did Lester Coleman, the punter, take a knee when he tried to field the snap? That's what the officials are claiming, and that they're going to look at on review.
Yeah, they're going to probably take a review on that one. We know in the college game, when a knee goes down, which to me, I believe his knee goes down to field that play, that is now, the ball is now blown dead. And you watch it here, watch the left knee. For the most part, he gets injured today. Now, Abey's showing people why he was a starter in the beginning of the season.
Chris High gets very close to the first down yardage needed.
But see what they got.
By the nose of the football. Still playing hard. AB, the keeper, got in, touchdown. On the 9th play of the drive, the 5th touchdown today for Zach Aby, the quarterback who didn't even start this game for the Midshipmen.
You mentioned didn't start the game, but puts in a little bit of a spin cycle there. Initially denied the end zone, but blending, no wrap, head down, and AB with a nice little spin move for another touchdown. Touchdown number 5.
Morin coming on for the extra point attempt. 49-7. Navy now over 400 yards of offense. Virginia has looked bad.
But definitely Navy show they had much more experience in playing in one.
Final play of the game, Joe Reed, who started the game with an electrifying 98-yard kickoff return, was the only offense for Virginia. But there is a penalty flag down, and if it's against the
receiver
defense,
downfield offense, that penalty is declined.
Doesn't matter. Offensive penalty, and that's the final, 49-7. Navy was terrific today. They finished with a winning record, 7-6 on the year. The future is bright, especially at the quarterback position.